outside on the roof. I guess I'm a tall drink of water. My stand isn't tall enough for me, so I gotta bend down so I can keep my face in here. Today I was going to get on the roof and prune the tree that we started, the little tree. But when I was watering my pepper plants yesterday, I discovered a bunch of aphids that were starting to spread. So instead, we're gonna go through and prune some of our pepper plants. They're growing over here in our little greenhouse in the kitchen. And in the process of doing that, I'm going to bottom water the plant. So I have a little container here full of water, and the plants will just soak up what they need. And as I'm watering them like that, I'm going to inspect the plants to see what plants need different things. So, hi Mike, how are you today? Is my screen, if you're still there, is my screen the right size on your end? I hope so. I hope I fixed the problem. Anyway, so we're going to go through and we're going to inspect the pepper plants, and we're going to try to get the aphids off of them. At this time of year too, before you plant your pepper plants outside, you want to make sure to take the buds off anyway, because it makes the roots hardier. So a lot of the aphids are hiding in these buds. So I'm going to clip the buds off of them, and then I'm going to vacuum whatever else off of the leaves. One little teeny tiny aphid reproduces 5 new babies a day, and the aphids are born pregnant or with live babies. And they're not like larvae. They come out ready to suck all the nutrition out of the plants. So since I've got these in my house, I want to be able to start opening up these bay windows to start getting them used to the wind. But I'm afraid that if I do that, they're going to spread to all my other plants. So as I'm watering today, we're going to inspect, we're going to vacuum off what needs to be taken off. So I'm going to move this over this direction so you can kind of see what we're doing over here. So here's my little pan that I have that I've got soaking. I can already see some bugs flying around. And this plant's been soaking all day. So they don't usually, aphids don't typically like geraniums that inspect the underside of the leaves. They like to hide in places where you can't see them until they just take over. So anything I see, I don't see any on that one, so I can go put it over in the window. Also today, I'll be moving around the tomato plants. Can you see how all of those tomatoes are starting to tilt one way? If I do that, it's going to weaken them. So I've got to rotate them. So as I water and replace them, I'll turn them the other direction, and they'll automatically straighten out on their own. See that? All right, so we've got this pepper plant over here. Let's see which ones I saw a bunch on today. So this little guy here has already got a bunch of aphids up in these flowers. So we're going to snip all those off. And like I said earlier, you want to trim the buds off because when you come outside, it makes the roots stronger. And it's almost warm enough at night to put these outside without risking freeze. But I still need to wait a little bit longer because in Utah we always get super late freeze. So I'm just going to snip all of these buds off. I know those little aphids are hiding in there. So you can see a couple on the stem already. There's a couple little eggs right there. And why aphids are bad is they actually suck all the sap out of your plants. And so it steals their nutrition. And they also attract ants because as they eat, they secrete a sugary residue that the ants love. So the ants will kind of protect them and actually swim around them. People use ladybugs as a natural way to control the aphids. And inside the house, I don't want a bunch of ladybugs in here. Sorry, I forgot to get my vacuum attachment ready. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to use this bristle part, so I'm going to gently brush with the vacuum. So I'm going to gently brush the leaves while it's sucking up the aphids, and I can see them really good underneath here. So aphids love petunias. Checking the underside of the leaves. See if I can see any more of you guys. Trying to hide out. This one didn't have a ton on it. The one I had yesterday had tons. See this little one? Can't see it. It's right there on the little side. And like I said before, please still do 5 every single day. If I can't get it off with the vacuum, I'm gonna actually try to manually gently rub it. Get it off. I don't want, if I leave these, they're gonna spread to everything I've got in here, and then I'm gonna have disaster to go outside trying to control it. And you people who use sprays, I try really hard not to. What's the stop sign for? A lot of people use sprays. I don't like to use any kind of spray in my yard. I try really hard not to use anything that's not natural to get rid of things. This is what I found the easiest for a guy. Okay, so that one's nice and good. I'm just gonna cover this pot, and it's got pretty heavy, so I can go ahead and move that out of the way and move the plant in there. I'm trying to keep them separated from my other plants until I get them all vacuumed up, because I don't want them just jumping around. At first, aphids don't have any wings, but as they are growing, they actually adapt and they get wings. And so once they get wings, then they will start flying from plant to plant instead of just taking over one entire plant. So I'm just gonna go ahead and snip this entire top piece off. That's where they're all hiding out. See how this leaf is all damaged? Like that, that's all from aphids. They suck out all the nutrition from the underside. And they also, the sticky sweet stuff, they leave behind. I'm actually just gonna cut that whole entire leaf off, because there's another one already trying to grow. But they create mold, so that's when you go out to your garden and start seeing if leaves start to die like that. You have to take them off. There's a bunch of little tiny guys on the underside of there. So they'll just I'm checking the base of the stems, they'll get on the stems too. And they'll kind of burrow in there, so it's kind of harder to do. And I noticed that when these started having issues is when I decided to not, I got lazy. I didn't soak them in the pan for water. So I took them to the kitchen sink and just dredged them all. And within 7 days, 5 days, that's when I noticed that I had an issue. So that's why bottom watering kind of keeps down your bugs. And the plant only absorbs what it needs. And put that one down, inspect that before I put the other tomatoes. So as I'm taking these, I'm separating them for now, and then I'll reorganize them. So now I'm gonna look on the tomato and see if there's any starting to pop up on there. And these little leaves, now that they got the true leaves on top, these can come off. That way all the nutrition is going to the true leaves. I'm checking the undersides to see if I'm contaminated yet. And sometimes the aphids look like a little speck of dirt. That's how small they are. Let's squeeze them and come up with all the other ones. So this is one that I saw all the aphids on yesterday. I'm gonna go through and just make sure that I don't have any that survived the vacuuming job yesterday. And there's some more guys right there. You can see that. So the chemicals enough so you can see what I'm talking about there. See how this picks up. Can you see the underside of that leaf? Can you see all those little dots? Probably can't. Can't see them on there. But they just look like little larvae. They're live. So I'm gonna suck those off. I don't want to just knock them into the dirt so they can crawl and find their way back up. So down here, I'm gonna trim off these little leaves. So on this plant, I'm cutting off just the bottom leaves right here. I'm kind of looking kind of sad anyway. I'm gonna give me cursory looks with here. I can already see a bunch of aphids in here, so I'm just gonna try to trim off these buds and try to keep the main stem. It would be nice if they got warm up out here. Sure. These guys are outside, their lives would take care of outside. This one doesn't have a ton on there. But like I said, 5 every couple days is enough. So if you want that. People are watching like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. It is a lot of work keeping these bugs off, but I get such a good production of fruit off of these pepper plants. If I take care of them good. Grocery inspection. Once again, I got some of these over here. A lot of times when you prune off a little weed, another one will just take a spot at the base. You just kind of trim it close to it, but not all the way. Let's take a look at this guy. And this one's got a bunch growing up in there too, so I'm just gonna take this piece out. They're already so far ahead anyway, as far as it goes. A lot of people will actually plant plants in the garden as a sacrificial plant and keep all the aphids and on one plant. Just seems like when I do that, it seems like the grasshoppers spread mold to the plant that the aphids are behind. And that one's got a whole bunch on the bottom side. See how this leaf is already starting to turn brown right there on the outside? So a lot of times when you turn it over, you can see a cluster aphids right there growing on the underside. I'm trying not to knock them in the dirt because I still want to keep that in there. So once I get these all cleaned off of these pepper plants, I can start over with these big windows because it's quite breezy. And the tomatoes are getting big enough that I want the wind, them to get used to the wind blowing on their stems. So right away, this one's got them too. Let me just get some of this one out. I don't know if you guys saw today, Megan Fox did a good show. She's on, just a little short video that she did. They found someone in connection with the Halloween killer. I don't know if you guys remember that way back when. Hi Kyle, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. So now I'm gonna go through them back on top of these. Is that vacuum too loud? Is it killing your ears? An inspection on all the other side of these. Sounds really dumb, but plants know when you care about them. It's like an energy thing, positive energy thing. They sense energy. If you're giving your plants good energy, or taking good care of them, they thrive. It sounds hokey pokey, but it's kind of true. Gone through all the underside of the leaves, and I'm going to go through the stick, rotating off the stem, make sure you guys trying to hide out. Next week I'll show you some different solutions that you can use on your plants outside that you can spray on them to help keep them down. This year I was going to experiment with half of them and vacuum them just throughout the year just to see how they did. Because for whatever reason I always get a big aphid infestation. See if you can see on this one. See all those? That was totally infested with aphids. See those guys crawling around? So all those will do is spread to the plants. Right now, a lot of them don't appear to have leaves yet. But like I said before, once they adapt, like I was saying earlier, they adapt and then they'll actually start flying to get to other plants. So I'm kind of got in their early stage. I'm actually going to vacuum sorry before I cut that off so that I don't just fall into the ground. This is really silly. This is enjoyable for me. Taking care of these little guys. And it makes me weird. I'm not actually hurt. So I could spray, so that's one of the reasons why I'm vacuuming these, is I could spray them with vinegar and some non-air soap. And I think you can have baking soda too as well. But I want them gone now. I don't want to wait for them to die and see which ones survive. Because I don't, like I said earlier, I still want prescription. So right now there's 20 little eggs, and they're not eggs, they're actually born black. So right away, they go in a little cluster, and right away they start sucking everything out of the plant. Right there's about 20 of them, and tomorrow there will be 5 more times that 20 by 5. So there's 100. One day after that's 500. All one little thing. So you can see how a couple days you have a couple million. Each one just keep reproducing. Like I said earlier, they do not need a male to reproduce. Most people say they're living the dream. Yes, Colt. Ladybugs they're amazing at aphids, but these plants are still inside my house right now. So one thing I don't use poisons on my plants. I don't use 7 or anything like that. I usually try to control everything with just by myself with different techniques and stuff. Outside, when the ladybugs come, it's great, but until then, if I don't get these, I risk them being damaged before they can go outside. I'm just doing a little cursor. And actually, what's really crazy that I learned is wasps will actually go and they will inject the aphid with their stinger, and will actually lay an egg inside the aphid, like a cocoon, and it'll hatch. So it kills the aphid. It'll hatch, and a wasp will come out of it, which was really crazy. I didn't know how to do that. And wasps, I hate wasps, but they also eat aphids, or not yet. Well, most of them, and so for the next week, I'll have to come in every day and just keep an eye on these. Make sure none are trying to escape me. The ones that don't have wings won't survive on the ground, so they'll go find food. But let's see, get wings. Oh. Bam! And now we're gonna got that done. Oh, there's some larvae right on the base, down low. There's some larvae right there. I keep saying larvae, they're not larvae, they're larvae. No matter what you do, everyone thinks that there's going to be a good winter and it'll kill off all the aphids or bugs. It doesn't work like that. Bugs are very resilient to cold temperatures. So when it's time for them to come out of dormancy or hatch, they do. This one's actually a jalapeno pepper flower that's cooking on so long. So I'm trying to hide right here. This one's already soaked up a whole can of water. So this one is actually a jalapeno piment one. So they're supposed to be spicier. So that's what a jalapeno powder looks like. So these are a little bit different. This one, a lot of the jalapeno plants have actually a more slender leaf. These ones are still pretty broad. I haven't grown one of these before, but I was gonna try it out and see what I like. For my salsa. Just a little chicken here. Yep, there's already this falling off. I'm very grateful that I actually saw them so early on one plant before it took over all of them. I also don't like cold water, so you can actually put really cold water on them too, and they'll fall off of the leaves. But I want to suck them up. So I want them gone. Dang it. I like these tinier leaves so they can hide better. And I like the new growth too, because for whatever reason they like the new growth plants. So that's where you normally want to check for your aphids, is where there's new growth growing on the plant. Like a lot of plants will send out little shooters, so like right here, there's gonna be another stem that's gonna grow out underneath there, and that's what I like to go hang on to. It's a little under the branch, I'm just gonna throw it up there. Normally I would set like 3 or 4 plants in here at a time to soak up this water, just because it's thicker, but once again, I don't want to cross contaminate with this stupid aphid infestation. So where I'm trimming these off right there, there'll actually be another shoot that'll just take its place, and it actually makes your plants healthier. So I'm gonna go through and just give it a quick vacuum of the stem. Just a couple more of the pepper plants to go, and then we'll get these tomato plants checked out. I have a lot more yellow pepper plants than I do green pepper plants, because when it comes time to do salsa, if I don't get enough pepper production, the most expensive peppers to buy are yellow peppers. I'm curious to see if underneath where these brown leaves are, there is. Let's see aphids on everything I've gotten. Oil. Those guys. They're already setting up in sugar. Take its place. So this is a golden wonder, yellow pepper plant, or sweet pepper. guess I didn't look to see if my earbud was still attached to them over here. Apparently I'm becoming a professional at dropping streams and getting back on them, so that's good. I just realized that this whole time I was so excited to be in the house and not have to have my earpiece, and I had my headset connected, so hopefully you guys even heard a word I said this whole time. One of these days I'll learn all the checks of all this stuff. And yes, I'm in the kitchen and my kid's making food, so I'll have to deal with it. Bitrite's too high. Go back to small screen. Let's see, settings. Did I lose everybody again? Let me know if that fixed it. Did it change back yet? Or is it still the same? Hold on 1 second, guys. Bear with me. I don't know if I can't tell. It doesn't say if it's going or not. It says 0 seconds onto the stream. So it's in portrait mode still right now. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit out and then I'll just restart it. Didn't give me the option to stop in YouTube, that was weird. So I can't even tell if this chat is running anymore. Because it says it's not recording every time I push a stop. So if someone says it's still recording, let me know. If not, I'll try to figure out how to turn off my phone because it wouldn't even let me stop. It's sideways now. Every time I push stop, I tried to stop it to start a new stream and it just kept popping back on. And then I tried to turn off my phone and do a hard reset to get it to stop. Like I literally just logged all the way out of Streamlabs and logged back in and it's still streaming, which is... I don't know why it did this. It was working earlier. See if that makes a difference. I just changed the setting to 480p instead of 780p. I don't know if that's going to do anything different. I wonder if there's something wrong with Streamlabs. I wonder if we just got to find a different program. I knew it's just get 1,000 subscribers and then I can use YouTube directly instead of having to use a secondary source. So get on it, doggone it. What's really weird is that nothing happened until I turned off my Bluetooth headset, which is really, really bizarre. This is weird. It just keeps saying that after I push stop, it just keeps going. But I guess I'm going to have to go to the computer. Make sure the stream stopped. You know what? It was fine until I went to my menu and just went to my phone for to take off my Bluetooth because I forgot that I was in the house and I was like, I don't have to wear my Bluetooth, so it's just up. And right now, you're in my chat and it says that I have 0 people watching. The stream is still running. And every time I push stop, it just reconnects. So I don't know if someone hacked my phone from Streamlabs. I don't know. That's paranoia speaking, but my head goes there sometimes. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm just going to go to the computer here and see if we can fix it. If not, I guess for the next week, we'll just keep practicing. One of these days, everything's going to work out. I swear every single night I go and do some kind of research on something to see what it could be. And I could have swore it was the bitrate upload. Yeah, right now, Kyle, it says that I have 0 people watching. For whatever reason, I'm not able to do a hard turn off on my phone. My phone won't even turn off. It won't give me the option to reset it or turn it off because it wouldn't exit Streamlabs. I logged out of Streamlabs completely, re-logged back in, and it was still doing the same thing. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to go into my YouTube here. Let's see if I can end this stream, and I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it still says I'm live, so I gotta go. This is really, and it's not just stuck on swirly mode either, huh? That is so weird. I didn't change any settings on my phone today. Can you see my little place where I sit on the couch? This is where I do all my editing, right here, my little comfy couch. I sat at the table for a day and my back and my shoulders and my neck healed. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen again. But Kyle and Mike, thank you for coming in. You're always such great supporters, and I appreciate you coming in and helping me with all of my audio issues, my phone issues. It's much appreciated. All right, guys. As soon as I push end stream, it's going to go away, and then I guess... last night I walked out in the garden and I did a test stream to see if the phone was going to work. I got it set up. It looked like it was all good. Yeah, on the computer it says I've got excellent connection. On YouTube it says I have 3 viewers. I wonder if it's something that YouTube is doing and I got to do it from... all right, Mike, you have a good night. I'll figure this out. I appreciate you. Come again. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe later. Maybe we'll finish it up later. All right, thanks, guys. My phone's still streaming. I know. I just put my phone upside down on the couch so I wouldn't accidentally stream anything. But I was just kind of playing with the different settings while this was still running to see if there's something on my computer that is going wrong. So I appreciate you letting me know. Or I could leave my phone like this and you guys can watch me work on the computer. Or I needed some brainiac to get on here and just walk me through something, right? Internet help right away. All right, I guess I'm gonna end this. I can't see anything in YouTube Studio that has to do with the orientation of the phone, so I have to figure something else out. But the start of the stream was good, I guess.